Lower back pain, how to identify, fix and avoid. If you're someone who suffers from lower back pain, you might feel it in the muscles you see on Josh's back there, maybe up here that's actually feeling really tense and tender. However, the actual root cause of it could be a particular muscle called the glute medius. Now, easy way to find this, I'll get Josh to show you on here, okay? You're going to identify that bony part of his pelvis. He's going to then go down and out to the side slightly and then around about the top of his glute, which is the bottom muscle. He's going to find a point that's particularly tender. I mean, you could stick your thumb into it now and you may feel it yourself that actually is really sore and tender to the touch. Now, this muscle, when it gets tight, okay, it can cause issues all the way up through the lower back and down the legs as well, down the back of the legs. But the point being that we need to actually identify that particular muscle and what it actually does to cause the issues that we find in the lower back. So the actual glute medius, what does it do? Well, it helps to abduct the leg, so the hip, take the leg away from the body, as you can see Josh is doing there. But it also helps to stabilize the actual whole pelvis and the hip joints. Okay, so if you've ever seen someone where they walk, just going to do his little cute walk up there now, you see where the hips start to rotate, that's potentially some instability or some tension in certain areas of those muscles. So if you're particularly tight in areas like the glute medius, okay, we're going to find out this with a short little test that we can do by simply just standing on one leg. Now, if you were if you've got instability in your hip and you were to do that and actually have to then shift your weight across and then changing legs and trying the other side, you may find one side is worse than the other. Okay, you may have to try almost balance and offset that weight. And that might be particularly linked to the tightness in that side and the lower back pain. So once we find this, we can then look at trying to fix that side. Here's the thing though, when we feel tight spots on our body, if you're used to the gym, you may know foam rollers, lacrosse balls, mobility balls. It might be your go-to things to grab that, dig it into the point that feels really tight and sore. What this can actually do is potentially flare up and aggravate an already tight muscle. So what we do, throw the ball away and actually just use our self-pressure from our thumb. Now, if you jump around, okay, this is going to be where Josh now finds the point that he needs to put his thumb onto that's going to be really tight, that glute medius, okay. All he wants to do is just put the pressure onto that area there and then slowly raising the leg up and then slightly back and trying to point the toe almost down toward the ground as well, okay. And put the pressure on, hold it there and then slowly back down again. And again, just abducting the leg away, then bringing it back, rotating, tipping the toe slightly, always putting that pressure onto that spot. So you're almost self-manipulating the tight muscle. This can be done for reps and sets. So you could potentially do 3 sets of 10 of these, really slow control. You can also go up, out, tip the toe, push in, hold, and just really drive that thumb into the spot. Hold onto that tense point for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Now this, we can't see his face much, but it's going to be agony, especially in someone like Josh who's got tight back muscles. Okay, this area could potentially be very painful and sore to the touch. So what will really highlight what the glute medius does is if we stand side onto a wall now, as Josh has got there, okay, he's going to raise up his inner leg parallel to the wall. Now what you see is the hip drops out towards me this way, and then the glute medius wants to drive the hip back up to the wall, you see, and it needs to squeeze in there, okay. If you see the hip shift up, we can actually do this as a strengthening exercise. So staying parallel to the wall, just going to drive up, squeeze, drop back down, drive up, back down, drive up, okay, just creating that tension within the area that you've just manipulated with your thumb in the massage fix that we did. So in this short video, we've hopefully tried to highlight the cause of your lower back pain, look at trying to muscle manipulate the glute medius into loosening off and then also strengthening by doing some of the stabilization exercises Josh is doing against the wall, all helping to reduce your lower back pain and help you lead a better life.